Lugia, the guardian of the seas. This legendary Pokemon can calm the ocean and create storms. And I want to catch it. But I don't want some ordinary Lugia. No, I want to shiny hunt it. In Pokemon Soul Silver, the odds of finding a shiny are 1 in 8,192. And while these odds aren't the best compared to modern games, it makes it so much more worth it. Hey there, I'm Boingo, and this is my journey to find a shiny Lugia. Let's get started. Lugia has always been one of my favorite legendaries. I had vivid memories of encountering it for the first time at Sea Mauville in Alpha Sapphire. And I could literally make an entirely different video just talking about Pokemon the Movie 2000. I started shiny hunting Lugia around February of 2025, but I recently started hunting it a bit more, and here's why. Recently, Safari Week was just announced. Safari Week is one of the biggest unofficial Pokemon events of the year. And if I want to access the Safari Zone in Soul Silver, I need to catch a Lugia first. So now, I have one major challenge. Find shiny Lugia before Safari Week begins. Alright, it is May 31st. It is also National Hunt Lugia Day. I made that up, but regardless, let's get to hunting. On that day, I got around 300 encounters in, and as you'd expect, no shiny Lugia. But on day 2, something happened. Alright, so just wrapping up for tonight. I turned my 3DSs off, and in the background I've been doing Dynamax Adventures on my Switch, and I told myself I'll do one more right before I get ready for bed, and it definitely paid off. Would you look at that, shiny Rayquaza. This has to be one of my top 10 favorite shiny legendaries. Normal Bronzong. Jetstream, the shiny Rayquaza. Look at those sparkles. On days 3 through 6, nothing interesting happened. But after those days, things got a little chaotic. For starters, I was graduating high school, so naturally I had to practice at my local event center. Then after that, you guessed it, graduation. Graduation felt like a dream. I couldn't believe I've made it this far. But it was pretty sad knowing that life would be very different from now on. I had to start getting serious. Eventually I'm gonna have to find a job. But one thing I'll definitely hold on to is my friends and my memories. But sadly, after graduation, many people go their own ways. There are some familiar faces I may never see ever again. But what's important are the memories. Nobody can take those away from me. With this newfound freedom of being a high school graduate, you may think it may be a blessing for this hunt, but it also was a curse. Now, there were so many things I could do. Around this time, Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 just released. There was also a brand new Fortnite season. With my money, I also bought my first Game Boy Advance. But by now you should understand that there was a lot going on that was delaying the hunt. And eventually, 10 days after I graduated, I picked the hunt back up. Alright, it is June 17th. Safari Week is in 3 days. And to make matters worse, I'm going camping soon. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, but I may as well try. And shiny Lugia did not want to appear. At this point, I started losing hope. On June 19th, I left to go camping. While I was on the road, I made sure to get numerous encounters in. But after 3 hours of hunting, Lugia still did not shine. By the time I got to my camping spot, I was exhausted, so I called it quits for the day. Here was my setup while I was camping. I brought my 3 3DSs and I also brought my tripod. On my first day of camping, I also found a shiny Dialga on my diamond save file. Finding it made me feel like finding shiny Lugia was possible. Normal Bidoof. And Cobalt, the shiny Dialga. Also on that day, I rented a paddle boat and went out on the water. It was nice being out on the lake and not hearing all the ruckus and noise going on at camp. At first I didn't know where I was going, then I saw an island that I thought it'd be nice to go on. This day was also the first day of Safari Week, so I made sure to get some Safari Zone encounters while I was on the island. The lake and clouds looked beautiful. I really wish I stayed on the island for way longer, but I had something I wanted to do. Alright, I'm Blingo. Today I'm Mountain Dude. And also today we are trying the Baja Cabo Citrus, brand new Mountain Dew. See how it tastes. Tastes pretty good. It's like Baja Blast but with like orange. Reminds me of like Baja Blast Fanta. Tastes pretty good, and like it says, I think it goes pretty well with Doritos. So yeah. On June 21st, I bought a Pokeball golf ball and played mini golf. It took like half an hour to get through the golf course, and it was really fun. The golf course was also beautiful considering it was in the middle of a desert. On June 22nd, I went back home. On my way home, I stopped at this really cool lake. The lake had tons of minerals, and it is said that it has healing properties. And after that 3-hour drive, I eventually got home. 3 days later, I had to start college. I stopped hunting for around 3 weeks. My ability to sit down and play video games has just gotten significantly more difficult due to college. Not only was there a 4-day week where I'd have to be at school, there was also homework and studying that needed to be done. But on August 1st, I was given a 2-week break. And on that break, I hit a monumental milestone. And just like that, we've been hunting for 24 hours, and there's no shiny. We've been hunting for a day. That's crazy. At this point, I felt completely burnt out. Even with 2 3DSs and hunting for 24 hours, I was still below odds. One thing I forgot to mention about this hunt is I actually missed Safari Week because of it. While I do have plans to make up for it, it just wouldn't be the same. The best part about Safari Week is that the entire community is hunting together. And I missed it because I wanted to hunt in Soul Silver. No matter how bad I want Lugia, the odds will always be the same. Alright, it's a new day, was going to get back to hunting, but something I want to highlight was TCG Pocket. New set just came out. I got the gold Lugia, and the Lugia without any art, and I just wanted to highlight that because RNG just wants to favor, my phone over something I've been working on for 3 months, so that's a bit of a pain, but I don't know. I don't know how long this will take. This could take an hour, a month, a year, who knows, but I'll keep on trying. Alright, a little bit of an update on the hunt. Things got a little chaotic at the start of my break, and time has flown by really fast. I go back to college tomorrow, and there's still no shiny Lugia in sight, so I don't know. I'm going to try to hunt a little bit more tonight, but chances are I'm not going to find shiny Lugia. After a nearly 2-month hiatus, I came back to the hunt. This time I went into hunting overdrive. Nearly every day I got around 400 encounters. I even introduced a third 3DS into the mix. And now, I was determined to finish the hunt. On October 26th, I got over 500 encounters in, but no shiny appeared. After this night, I took a couple of days off to play Legends ZA. Alright, was just doing some hunts here. Got the triple 3DS set up, and TCG Pocket strikes again. Got this from a Wonder Pick, and I must say, I really don't know how to feel about this. I can see this as either a good thing or a bad thing, but regardless, it's a pretty cool card, and it just, I guess, keeps me more motivated to continue with this hunt. On November 2nd, after playing Legends ZA for over 3 hours, I decided to pick the hunt back up, and it was definitely worth it. That's it! That's it! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, it's here! Holy moly! This has been too long! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Holy moly! I got it! Alright, let's false swipe this thing. Where's my notepad? I think I had like the amount of moves. Oh my gosh, this has taken way too long. Today, it is here. Let's hope it gets into Love Ball, because I don't like the Master Ball that much, but anything, because this hunt's been taking forever. I then ran into an issue. I found out the odds for catching Lugia in a Love Ball without sleep is less than 1%. So, I was forced to use the Master Ball. This was a wake-up call and essentially taught me that I need to be more prepared for my hunts. Dang. Okay, we're Master Balling it. We're Master Balling it. Alright, let's see if it gets into the Master Ball, alright? 1, 2, 3. Let's go! We got it! Shiny Lugia. It was only 39 hours and 7,437 encounters. But we got it. Technically under odds, yes. Alright, we got Raspberry, the Shiny Lugia. Raspberry, the Rash. Let's go. This has taken too long. Normal Krabby. Shiny Raspberry. Let's go. Baby's first murder. There we go.